In this video, I will be breaking down the Simple Funnel, the only funnel that you need for your coaching or consulting business going into 2026. Let's get into it. All right, what's up, guys? So this is the Simple Funnel. This is the best funnel for frictionless client acquisition, and we're going to be breaking down exactly what this is. But first, let me go ahead, give you a quick introduction real quick. So my name is Ty Smith. I'm an ex-media buyer and agency owner. I've generated $1 million in profits for running ads for my clients. And I'm basically became a burnt out agency owner. And this is what helped me develop my new philosophy and help build out this new funnel that I'm building for myself and that I'm building out for my clients as well. So my new philosophy is simple, and that's why I call it the Simple Funnel. Is the objective of this funnel is to help you build a business that fits your life, not the other way around, by simplifying the core of any business, and that is your marketing and client acquisition. So let's go ahead and get into what the basics are of the Simple Funnel. So the basics, one is having a lean team. You're going to hire one full stack assistant that's going to help you with the main things that you would like to delegate within your business. For me personally, I like to have my assistant be very heavy on the communication, especially for clients and stuff like that. The back and forth communication, of course, I handle all of like the one-on-one calls and everything like that. But as far as it goes with like tedious questions, things like that, the initial communication and onboarding, I like to delegate a lot of that stuff to my assistant. And then also helping me with like managing, doing reports on the ads, seeing how things are going and everything like that. So hire a one full stack assistant that can help you with a lot of different things so that you don't have to hire out multiple people within this role. Like this is going to keep your margins healthy by just having one full stack assistant that can help you with a majority of the things that you would like to delegate. You can also do this yourself, but just think in systems and use AI to automate repetitive tasks like client onboarding, content creation, all of those different things. And of course, you always want to think in systems, even if you're hiring a full stack assistant. You really just want to be able to build this in a way that you don't have to think a lot about extra tedious tasks so that you can focus on the things that are most important to you. The most important things to me is content creation and, doing the one-on-ones with my clients. Those are the things that I want to focus on. And all the other stuff is going to be automated or taken care of by my assistant. So the second half of the Simple Funnel is a simple content creation and ad framework. So we're going to be using YouTube for long form what and why content, and I'll explain what exactly that is. And then also Instagram for short form nurturing content. All right. So the other half of this is also our organic content will double as our ads, and we're going to be using good intent plus action taker content. And what I mean by our organic content will double as ads, we'll always be creating our organic content in a way that it can always be used as an ad and you be double like utilized essentially, so that we don't have to make separate ads in addition to our organic content. When we make organic content, we're basically making an ad already. So and I'll break that down more. And then from that point, we'll build a shadow list that will convert more easy than cold traffic. So that's going to be our main thing. And the shadow list will basically, instead of targeting and trying to go after people that are cold and unaware, we're not going to be focusing on that. We're going to be building this conveyor belt of individuals that are going to convert themselves and make it way more easier for us to close our high ticket sales and so forth by building out this shadow list. So the last half of the Simple Funnel is a less friction sales process. Once you've built your shadow list and you have this system running, you will always have people being warmed up to your offer without you doing any additional work other than, creating your content and setting up your ads initially. You're never going to need to sell someone because they've already sold themselves by the time that they get on a call with you. This is the most important and vital part of the Simple Funnel for me personally, just because I come from the agency space. I come from the space of having to sell people, selling them, high ticket retainers and stuff like that. And there's been times where I've sold people and I felt like I had to go through a bunch of objections, a bunch of stuff to just get them to get over and buy. And it felt like it's a very friction heavy process to do that. When I started to develop and think about how I want this Simple Funnel to run, I want people to come to me when they are ready to work with me, when they are like practically begging or like they're at the point of just like, Ty, I need your help. I want to work with you. I see what it is that you do, and I want you to help me one-on-one to do the same thing. And that's all that I want to do. And that's what this simple funnel and the entire breakdown that I'm about to give you guys today will help you do also for your coaching and consulting business. So with that being said, let's get into the first content piece of this, which is going to be your long form content on YouTube. YouTube has the long-term compound effect that will inevitably bring you unlimited prime clients that are easy to convert. Why? YouTube is the best way to build trust and get someone to turn into a fan on autopilot if you make the following type of content. And that is targeting people that are at the awareness level of solution aware. Obviously, there are the other sections of the awareness levels. There's unaware, there's problem aware, there's solution aware, then there's product aware, and then there's most aware, which is, people that are ready to buy. They got their credit card out and they want to give you their money. So we're going to be targeting people that are solution aware. Why? Solution aware is going to be most profitable because they are already aware of their problem and they are actively looking for a solution, looking to find the right person to help them solve their problems, because they are solution aware and they are looking for the right person to help them from that point. And the type of content and the type of videos that we'll be making will be targeted towards those exact types of people. We don't want to talk to unaware people or make videos that go viral and mainly just target a bunch of unaware people that don't know that they even have a problem yet, or they are just unaware completely. Like, we don't want to go after those type of people. That's how you get people hopping off sales calls that barely know what it is that you do, barely know like what it is that you sell, or if it's something that they can even afford or anything like that. We want to completely avoid those types of people. That's the reason why we target solution aware through our long form content and also through our short form content. So we're going to make videos explaining the what and the why of our offer so that they beg for the how. If you can see this firsthand on my YouTube channel and throughout the videos that I do on here, I'm going to be explaining a lot of the what and why they should do something so that they can beg for the how and the in-depth how-to on how to do something. Now, of course, I'm not going to completely not do any type of how-to content. Of course, I'm going to still sprinkle some of that in. But the reason why you focus on the what and the why is because it will open up new mindsets. It will help them get new ideas and get the wheels spinning inside of their head to be like, okay, I understand what to do. I understand why to do it. But now I need to know the how. What are the actual details? What's the step-by-step process on how I do this for myself and so forth? And then that's when they go through, consume the rest of your content to learn more, to get a better idea of this process. And then they book a call with you because they want to know the exact details, the exact how, the one-on-one help, and so forth. So the second half of the long form content is you're going to explain and break down your process and offer. So that first one is going to be more so for top of funnel. That's more so top of funnel content for that first bullet. And then the second bullet is explain and break down your process and offer. This is going to be more so middle of funnel content for our long form content that we're going to be making. All you're doing is explaining and breaking down your process and your offer. And that's all that I'm doing inside of this video. So this is more of a middle funnel type of video. And all you're doing is just explaining your process, exactly how it works, and giving them context on how it can work for them as well. The last half is give case studies and show proof of what it is that you do. And with that, it's literally just that simple. You can either, do client testimonial videos or just show proof of what has worked for you. And you guys will see this on my channel as well. The other half of this, the main structure of every single video is you're going to want to hook, and then you're going to want to present their problem, and then you're going to give them a solution to their problem, and then you're going to have a call to action. And this call to action will simply just be either a calendar link inside of your description, simply just that, or tell them to follow and DM you on Instagram, or you can have them go deeper into your long form content funnel and have them watch another video that explains more in depth or continues to bring them down that awareness level of becoming a more warmer potential prospect for you. So those are the three types of CTAs that you can use inside of your videos for this funnel that all work pretty well. And then at the bottom here are just some example video titles. Why I stopped doing cold outreach and did this instead. That can obviously be for someone that is trying to sell people on how to do ads, a coach that's trying to sell someone on how to do ads or how to do SEO or whatever. Breaking down the nutrition plan that helped me lose 20 pounds in 30 days. This is explaining your breakdown and your process of your offer. Why most people feel stuck even when they're successful. again, this can be top of funnel. This is explaining the why of your offer and so forth. And then how one client lost 27 pounds and why it had nothing to do with cardio. This is obviously like a fitness nutrition example. Breaking down the last half, which is the bottom of funnel, give case studies and proof of what it is that you do. So these are examples of long form content that we'll make, and the different awareness levels, or the different the different parts of the funnel that you can make with your long form content, so that you can have a full set plan for your potential clients to go through and consume this content and pre-sell and pre-nurture themselves from this point. And YouTube is a great way, especially long term, when you start posting a lot of videos and you have a lot more content. It's a great way to have people pre-sell themselves and be ready to work with you by the time that they hop on that call. If you think about it, like some of the biggest influencers within the space, think about Alex Hormozi, Serge, and others. Like, if I were to hop on a call with Alex Hormozi, I would be ready to buy, because I've simply consumed so much of his content over the past few years that I don't need him to objection handle or sell me on anything, because I'm going to be ready to go. It's just like that call is just more so introduction, and be like, all right, I understand your offer, I understand what it is that I want to do, I'm ready to work with you, and so forth. So that's what you have to think about when it comes to this long form content and how we're structuring it. Is we're getting people primed and ready to just work with us, as opposed to having to hop them on a call and then try to sell them and then try to objection handle and do all of that. Like, we want people coming to us at the point where they're like, I am convinced that I am ready and wanting to work with you. Here's my credit card. So that is how it works for the long form content. Going into the short form content and the ads. Many people run ads the expensive way, which is what I call hard ads. They are ads that you see every day promoting the next big thing with a crazy guarantee, and you have no idea who that person is. This results in high cost per booked calls, CPLs, and low conversions, because they are targeting cold, unaware audiences and structuring their content in a way that is, very direct response marketing, which I'm not downing that or anything like that. Of course, it does work, but again, you're going to be hopping on people where you have to do a lot more selling, a lot more objection handling, and all of that stuff. And then also you run the cost of like those people also not showing up to the call, yet you're paying for that call through the ads. And we want people that are going to show up, people that are serious, aware, solution aware, and ready to want to work with us. So with the Simple Funnel, we run soft ads. These ads are no pressure, educational, and value-packed content that nurtures the client first, so we can have the cheapest CPLs, cost per booked calls, and show up rates, because people already trust us. So when we pop up on their newsfeed, or we pop up someone sees like my retargeting ads, they're familiar with me, they are aware of me, they've consumed my content, and I don't have to do a lot of extra. So therefore, there's a lot less friction for them to book a call or to slide in my DMs and ask for help. So breaking this down on how it works, like I said, we're going to be using our organic content, and we're going to be structuring our content in a way for basically running it as an ad and also keeping it as organic content. So we're going to run profile visit or video view engagement campaigns to your good intent value content, which is just content that is educating and nurturing and solving more problems for this potential client that wants to work with you. So and then from that point, we will build a shadow list. This shadow list is basically what a shadow list is someone that is within our funnel, but we don't have anything tangible from that person. We don't have their name, their phone number, their email, or anything like that, but they've consumed a certain amount of our content. For instance, if you're watching this video right now up to this point, you are now in my shadow list, and you will be added into my nurturing sequence of retargeting ads and content from this point. So it's basically, I don't know what your name is, I don't know what your email is, I don't know what your phone number is yet. But because you're inside of this list now and you've consumed a certain amount of my content, I can retarget to you and nurture you from this point using ads and help push you even quicker down this process of you becoming solution aware, product aware, and then even most aware, which is ready to buy. So from this point, we're going to retarget and nurture your shadow list with long form. So you may see ads on my Instagram that push you back to my YouTube to watch more of my YouTube content. Resources, this is lead magnets, story ads, getting people to slide on my DMs to inquire about some sort of free resource that I'm giving out or lead magnet that I'm giving out. And then action taker content, which is just basically just telling people like, hey, if you need help with this and you want to work with me, go ahead and book a call, and getting people to directly book a call or hop in my DMs so we can have a conversation. I can diagnose their problem and then get them on a call and go from there. So by doing everything that we do within the simple funnel, all it's doing is creating a less frictionless process so we can talk to more of the people that actually want to work with us and less non-serious people. That's essentially what the goal of the simple funnel is. And that's what we're doing both on the short form and the long form side. And it all works in this beautiful ecosystem, which actually leads me to the next slide. We're having essentially omnipresence, and we're everywhere from this point because of the way that this funnel is built out. So as you build out this ad funnel paired with the content, you start to become omnipresent to your best potential clients. They can't escape you if you tried. If you watch this video this deep into it, you are now inside of my Omni. I'm going to be omnipresent to you, and you're going to see me around. So leading them down a path of the 7 touch points that they need to convert, you're educating them, providing value, and then they are seeing your face all the time, and that's building trust automatically without you even thinking about it or knowing. So this eventually gets someone to the point of saying, I have to work with this person. Let me DM them or book a call. And then that's the best type of person you want to talk to, because you don't need to sell them. They've already sold themselves by the time that they get to wanting to work with you. So with that being said, that is basically the basics of the simple funnel. And this is what it is that I'm building out for myself, what I'm building out for my clients. And thank you so much for getting to this part of the video. DM me or book a call if you need help building a simple funnel. Also, in the top right hand corner, you'll see another video which will also guide you a little bit more on how this works, how you can set things up, and getting more into the psychology of the simple funnel and so forth. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.